viewpoint.
It does. Looks good.
I always struggled this morning with what to wear. I really had to dig down deep to try to find something that would make me feel springy, but then I still needed to wear something. Well, I always like to wear a hand knit.
Right. I know. So the wardrobe thing, man, it is a deal.
I know.
It is.
I did though. The second I woke up, I went down and I did my yoga. So I usually kind of wait until 7, and then. But usually, if I wait too long, then I might not do it.
Time gets away.
So I was glad to do it this morning.
Yeah, that feels good.
I was gonna tell you. We had a big argument on Sunday. Over coffee.
Over coffee?
Not just over drinking coffee, but also about coffee.
Okay.
Because I'm kind of picky about the beans that I get for my machine. Yeah. I've tried a variety of beans, and the really dark ones just have too much oil, and so I'm really picky about it. But Jasper doesn't want to spend the money on good beans, but really he only has to buy a bag a month maybe. Okay. But anyway, he's like, well, I'm just gonna go to Sam's Club, and I'm just gonna get some of their I know they were just pushing my buttons. Both the guys were. I'm like, I'm sorry, you can buy whatever coffee you want with your machine, but when you're using my machine, you cannot put that coffee in my machine. And I got a lot of eye rolls and scoffs. And I'm like, well, I can be as snobby as I want when it comes to my coffee. And I know I know coffee is expensive. And actually, I really only support local roasters. I really, really do. I will rarely buy... I might buy Stumptown sometimes, but they're
Don't take your coffee for granted, right? I mean, I do think as the price goes up on that, because with climate change, the coffee plants are suffering and all the things. So anyway, you gotta don't take it for
when I
granted
grind
and enjoy
my coffee. There's always a little overage, but I always have a little thing to catch it. And so, I always have some, they call it the dregs, but really it's not. It's just, the stuff
the crumbs.
I save it because, I could have a whole coffee out of that. Eventually, so I don't know if anybody else is that picky about their coffee, but we're going to... Jasper's hosting a moped rally this weekend, and we have some non-picky coffee drinkers in our house. And I'm like, you can have the Keurig, and here's the generic pods that you can have that they don't care. So but I'm not putting cheap beans in my coffee machine.
I discovered Mocha Master coffee.
Oh, I know.
Drip coffee makers. They're made in the Netherlands, and we did splurge on that quite a while ago, and it's nice. You can
Does it really make a difference?
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, and compared to a Mr. Coffee.
Yes, I'm gonna say yes. Anyway, it's not made in China and all the things, But anyway, they have you're supposed to clean it, and so I've been pretty faithful about that. But then the last time I was on their website and ordered the cleaning supplies, there was a thing that caught my eye. It's like a grinder cleaner.
Oh, a liquid?
No, it's like this powder that you put in your grinder. Oh. So I did that. I don't know.
I'll tell you necessary. What. So I remember Bailey when she came to the store. They all worked at Starbucks, and she said, if you take minute rice.
Oh.
And you put that in your grinder, and you just run that through.
Why do you need to clean your grinder?
Well, because the oils and stuff, it gets just caught into it just builds up over time. But I have used, especially when I change beans from different roasters, I'll run the minute rice through it, and it has to be minute rice. It can't be real rice.
No, that would probably
it would kill just because it just absorbs the moisture and all of that, and So all right. I bet it's probably likely your little powder might be.
It wasn't really a powder. It was sort of like this granule. I don't know. I don't even remember. I'm like, I don't think this is worth it. Because then what you had to do was run beans through again, and that was like wasting beans.
I know, yeah. You don't want to waste good beans. So.
Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Coffee.
so
That
coffee
wasn't
tricks.
on the agenda.
I know. I thought about it last night, and I'm like, anyway.
Yeah. Well, today we're going to do a little bit more chit chat, but we have a prize to give away from last week from people who commented. We had like 28 commenters.
Yeah, I know it. I know.
Fun.
We really should just keep doing that.
We've got some goodies to show and tell. And we have a trunk show to talk about, and then the usual housekeeping things that are coming up.
But there is something new that we're doing that sort of pertains to the trunk show.
Oh, okay.
That we have been in conversation with the owners of Churchmouse Yarns. They contacted us, so we'll tell you more about that.
Okay. Well, I was not thinking about coffee last night. I was reading this book that Alice loaned me, and look where I am. So
let me see.
This is the front. I'm almost finished.
Oh my God, you really? I would say I'm a little closer to being finished on mine, but I didn't read last night.
In celebration of the trunk show that we're planning for later in July with Forbidden Fibers, we're jumping into these books.
So
And
you're reading Fourth Wing. I'm reading I started reading the ACOTAR, so A Court of Thorn and Roses.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm obviously enjoying it. It's very good. As Alyssa said, this one has a lot of like nation building
Or world building.
Right. Something building. Before you get to the fairy smut part. Anyway, but yeah, so it's been good. I did enjoy reading this weekend when we were in Red Lodge, and one of the days was not really rainy. I was able to sit outside and read, and that was fun.
Good.
And some like 4 little baby deer walked by. It was just fun. But anyway, so yeah. We've got like an impromptu book club going, maybe.
Yeah, so we're pretty excited about this. So comment, and I think we are going to do another giveaway, right?
We are going to do another giveaway, but why don't we do the giveaway from last week? Why don't we draw the names? So last week we wanted people to comment, which we got like 28 comments, which was great. And we're giving away something we got at Market from the Lopi people.
Yep, it's a cute pattern.
It's a darling and easy little beret.
We should make one for the shop.
So too.
Yeah, I think that's cute.
And then a skein of Alafas Lopi, so they're bulky, and so your little head will be cute and very warm.
Yeah,
so
that's
whoever
cute.
wins this,
I haven't made a beret really. Well, I
think
but I've
berets
never worn
are
one. Not
they never went away. They're back, but okay. So we have them all in there, and the winner is Susan Sandmeyer.
Okay.
I think you are. If you're watching, let us know.
Yep.
You might not be here in Billings,
but we'll let you know on YouTube. So we'll answer your reply. So and then
and if you
contact
don't
us.
get in touch with us, we'll draw another name or But anyway,
hopefully you're
watching.
Yeah.
Yay, thank you. Thanks
cool.
for everyone for watching.
That'd be fun. I should just I stopped knitting my sweater for a minute and I made another pixelated beanie. Sorry, but I needed to do it because I'm teaching a class soon, and so I wanted to use it out of the yarn mini. So, it's really cute.
Yeah, we have many beautiful mini skeins in DK weight. If you're ever in need of just a little pop of something, you don't only have to make pixelated beanies with them. The mini skeins are here.
Yep. So
in their hand-dyed glory.
I had really fun, like choosing some colors, and I've got lots of my minis all like rolled up. So the pattern works great with the DK. So sometimes I get a little worried that maybe because I did add 8 stitches because it was smaller and I used smaller needles, but I think it fits just fine. I tell everyone blocking is really crucial for this hat, so you really need to do the blocking. So
cute.
Yeah,
it's cute.
Yeah, I can't wait to. I don't normally do the solids in here, but I thought that'd be a good way to start the pattern to show people how to do it. So
looks good.
And my sweater looks pretty much exactly the same as it did before.
Mine hasn't changed too much. I have worked on it a little bit, but we were doing other things on the weekend. My arm is actually bugging me again, but yeah, it's growing.
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah,
it's funny
cute.
that we're both doing striped sweaters. And we're both sort of in the same location on the sweater. So,
yeah. But yes, so again, thank you all for watching and being part of our shop and our community, such as it is.
Yeah, we really appreciate
Mm-hmm.
the love that we get all the time.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Are you wanting to show off?
No, I want to do a little more housekeeping.
Okay,
because,
all right.
Okay, so the sign-ups for the Summerly Summer Sock-Along are officially done. If you are a participant, and I think we have like 25 of you.
So
these are here. These are really, we worked with JD Lance, JD and Heidi. I don't know why that cracks me up every time.
I know. It's probably cringing.
So Lance and Company Woodworking, I guess is their official name, and they are right here in Billings, and they made these really cute fobs for us, for everyone who's participating. So it could be something you hang on your rearview mirror. You could hang it on your Christmas tree,
on your knitting bag.
If you've done these,
yeah, this could be a cute little ornament
for lots of years. You could have like a cute wreath. You know, because we've done several of these fobs over the years. If you
saved them, like you could have, you could do something funny.
I have assorted ones hanging on assorted things that I tote around, backpacks, computer bag, those kinds of things. So
yeah, and the Lands people right here in Billings. So it's really nice to be able to support the people that are supporting you. So
I know.
So if you signed up online and you don't live in Billings, if you remember, you get a 20% discount on your sock yarns in June, July, and August. We will mail you your fob with your first order. So otherwise, come to the shop and we'll give it to you.
Yeah, we've got a little checklist. We're trying to keep good track of that. So
yeah, good job doing the Excel spreadsheet.
It wasn't Excel. It was like whatever Apple's
I know,
is,
it's the same though.
Yeah. Okay. And then we have our fun tea coming up. It is starting to fill. I know that. Did you see that I put this in the window on the cute?
Yes, it was really cute, and some people commented on that.
So tea time.
Yep.
So that, and I know some people are planning their outfits.
Yes. Yes.
I might have to step it up a bit.
I know. I'm thinking too. What do I have in my closet that could look?
It's funny because
dressy.
I do think tea is a thing in like some cities have tea shops and stuff like that.
Well,
we're not there. But,
I was just.
But we are Montana.
My old obsession, which was What Not to Wear, that show. They actually have a new show, and I've seen all of them already. But it's called Wear Whatever the F You Want to Wear, and basically you pick out your fantasy wardrobe and blah blah blah. Anyway, one of the episodes was this girl who wanted to go super girly, and where they took her was to a high tea place in New York City.
Yeah, it's
and
definitely
people
a thing.
were wearing I mean, they were very
we
dressed up,
looked for that in
fascinators
Chicago.
and stuff like that. So, I mean, I guess it's a thing.
It's a thing. It's definitely a thing. It's not. I don't know that it will become a thing in Billings.
Yeah.
Or
not sure how often you're going to wear a fascinator.
Yeah, but anyway, we are going to Prerogative Kitchen in. We're going to Prerogative Kitchen on the 22nd of June. So it's still a ways away, but it is starting to fill. So if you're at all interested, that's something to probably jump onto. And
Alyssa just posted in the comments a link to the high tea in case anybody who's watching can make it. We'd love for you to be there.
We know that Prerogative Kitchen will do a fantastic job with that. The food,
I know, and
will be yummy.
They've been so nice too to work with. They've put it up on their Facebook and Instagram too. So
yes, my mom was quizzing me about it.
Is your mom gonna come?
I don't know.
She should come.
She did not indicate that, but she was quizzing me about the event.
Oh, I can imagine that.
As we do. So,
yes.
Yeah, but no, just trying to stay in the know. So we have a couple of show and tell things from Alyssa. Speaking of Alyssa.
Yeah.
Who's
Alyssa.
A great crocheter.
Look at this cute
and
little
knitter.
balloon dog.
And, ooh, it's upside down. Okay.
Oh. Sorry.
Isn't that fun?
Art.
We have some tape on him. He's a little floppy.
Yeah. So,
but for our display, isn't he adorable?
Oh,
look at the way his little nose
cute.
is.
I know.
So cute.
And I love like the tail. Like you can tell it's the end of the balloon.
She did say that took a minute to make this.
It looks really good though.
She's a
pro. That's darling. Okay, I'll hold that.
So and then she did this fun squid. So when we were at market, we kept like sending her pictures of amigurumi things we saw.
And she must have been inspired.
He's really cute. And then the original whale. So cute. He is darling.
And so what are we using to make this yarn? Well, we got in a fun giant super bulky chenille. So totally the perfect yarn for this. I think she actually doubled some of these, but still they're so big. I'm not sure it took that many to do.
Yeah, it didn't. And then these guys. So today we're going to do another giveaway, and we're going to give you 2 skeins of these colors. We still have to pick the colors,
right?
And we'll probably pick for you, but 2 skeins. We'll give you 2 different colors. Comment. Be sure you're a subscriber to do it, but comment, and then we'll draw from those names for the 2 balls of this cuddle yarn.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
She said the whale is double-stranded. The others are single. Okay. Well, they look great, I think.
They're so cute. Very fun. You know, I don't know that a lot of people know that we've brought this in. Did we talk about it before?
We may have, but please let your friends know because I think it's a fun, like if anybody does any of these big amigurumis,
right?
Just let your buddies know that we have.
Yeah, and if you're interested at all in supporting local, that's critical. Obviously.
Right.
And also, if this doesn't sell, we're not keeping it. Swear to God. Okay.
Okay. I'm going to put
You've been warned, cuddle yarn.
Yep, cuddle yarn people.
So anyway, let's see. And then more crochet show and tell because this is pretty amazing too. And then it's also just to give a little plug too.
Well, we have a group of gals in the shop that put this together.
So pretty.
It was a group effort.
It was.
And then Jen, I think, is the one that did the edging. And she did quite a few of the squares.
I haven't had a chance to really examine these squares. Every one of them is different. They're so cute.
And we used Glencool, which is a great little ball of wonderfulness.
Let me grab one.
Okay. And it is a wool with a little bit of cotton, but it's more of like a sport light DK. So it's really just perfect.
And look at the way it's lovingly tied up.
I know.
Just
we
to be
love
so cute.
how
It
they
looks like
do
fruit.
that.
So this was a project using Glencool. Very scrappy in look, but thanks to everyone who made little granny squares for this.
Yeah, we appreciate it. And that really was Jennifer's deal. Like, she really instigated all of that. So
I mean, we've talked about doing like a granny square club thing, but I don't know. Boy, my hair is really awkward
well,
today.
speaking of Jennifer, she we'll go ahead and show the patterns first.
Oh, so they used granny squares from the Granny Square deck. I think we've ordered like 4 batches of these so far since it came out. So Granny Square deck, everything's charted on the back. Can you see that? Wow, that's glary. I don't know. Awkward.
Oh.
Here's one that's maybe better. Okay.
Okay.
But yes, so there's a bunch of different cards, and pictures. They're all really pretty.
We didn't open that.
And then they've recently, like yesterday, we got the shipment of the second in the series. This is
the flowers. So still 50 cards in here, you guys. I'm working on it here.
Yeah, obviously, everyone's gonna like some more than others, but yeah, who knew?
Yeah, and so like I was saying about Jen, she has been worked tirelessly to help us grow our crochet groups. And so but we keep filling our crochet classes all the time.
Yeah, we have a new crochet teacher too, Crystal.
So Crystal is going to start teaching beginning crochet, and then Jen is hoping to she wants to expand the crocheters' skills. So she is kind of doing what we call crochet school. And so that is going to be just, new techniques that maybe you haven't tried before. So it might be the crocheted squares, but it might be just different stitches that will take you into crochet garments. So just keep an eye on that, because she's such a good teacher, and she makes beautiful samples, and
we have some great crocheters in the shop.
We really do.
We do. I was just thinking this might be fun hanging on our new bathroom wall.
Oh.
We painted the bathroom, or Becky did.
Oh, yeah,
in the past week to a really bright green. It's very pretty.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know, we branded our bathroom. So
it was time for a change. But yeah, this is fun. I think every one of these is different. I'm like, I didn't even hear what you said. I was totally distracted by looking at these granny squares.
Well, I was just talking about how awesome Jen is, really.
She is awesome.
She's been
good
for the shop.
So that's that. That's here. It's super fun. And now we have, I think, really just left on our agenda is the trunk show.
Right.
Because that came last week. It's going away next Tuesday, the 26th or something.
So I don't know if I think we might be the first stop.
I don't think we're the first shop,
we might be the second.
It came from a shop in the East Coast.
Oh, okay. So Rowan and Churchmouse have always been a thing. And so Churchmouse has sort of changed their business model, so now they're just dealing with their patterns.
They're just doing patterns.
And so they did this trunk show with Rowan to kind of showcase their patterns. So
I think to showcase also all of the samples that they must have from their many years of having a brick and mortar.
I don't know if we can see.
Okay.
We have them all back here. Well, let's talk about the one we can hold and touch.
So anyway, I know it's kind of an odd time of year to have like a woolly trunk show, but we wanted to just jump on it before it got too far along, and it is great. So we popped it into the window, and it is an example.
Nice. I love it.
It does. It looks very pretty. So it's some of Churchmouse, and we're not going to show you everything that they sent, but it is Churchmouse patterns using Rowan yarns. We obviously do not stock everything that Rowan offers, but we stock some of it, and so we'll tell you about that. But we also will give you ideas for yarns that we do stock that you could use to make these very nice sweaters. Churchmouse patterns have a reputation. They're very well done. The photography is good. I think Jared Flood was always involved in photography, at least initially. They're well written. They're tried and true. I know Susan Keys, who used to live in Billings, is probably still a giant fan of Churchmouse patterns.
And so John Koval, the owner of Churchmouse, contacted us and asked us if we would become a partner with them in selling their patterns. So
digitally.
Digitally. So, we've always had some of their hard copies, but digitally is what he's letting us. So I've already loaded in a few of the patterns that we have right here. We'll always add more, but that's kind of new for us. We've never really sold any digital patterns online, so that's just an extra perk for
directly
you.
Through our website.
Yes.
So not through Ravelry, not through Churchmouse, but through us.
Right.
So that is an option now. But anyway, the trunk show. Okay, so did you say what that was?
This is the color work. Here, you hold one. I'll hold.
Well, I'll grab the.
Okay.
Model too.
So it's called the color work cap, and it's all felted tweed.
Pretty.
So what I love is there are 4 balls of yarn represented right here. I'm pretty sure all of these hats were done with just 4 balls.
Right. Buy 4 balls, make 4 hats, and you've got a nice family variety of Christmas gifts.
Yeah, I think you could have a cool Christmas picture.
Great photo op. Anyway, and felted tweed is so pretty in color work.
And I love felted tweed so much because it's already felted a little bit. I have washed my felted tweed sweater in the washing machine, and it looks fabulous.
Felted tweed actually is machine washable. I never remember that when I'm showing people machine washable yarns.
It really is. And it's wool, viscose, alpaca, and viscose. So it's a really nice blend.
It's been in the Rowan lineup since the 90s.
Right.
I think it's a good one.
Probably one of their originals, really.
It's really a good yarn.
It's a great yarn.
So that is beautiful. And I guess I'll plop it, maybe not there because we're going to grab. Okay. Are we going to like physically pick up all these things? Probably.
Well, maybe, yep.
Okay. But anyway, this could be knit with any, any DK really. Weight.
Or maybe a sport, too.
But yeah, I personally would do it in felted tweed.
Right.
Also, there's a nice Churchmouse. Their basic sock pattern is written for fingering weight or DK. Those numbers are in it for you if you're wanting to learn socks. But felted tweed is their suggested for their DK weight.
Right. And
again, it's washable.
And that pattern is on the website right
now. Yeah,
that's
a good one. We use that a lot for, Karen uses it for teaching.
Beginners, yeah.
Okay. And our sock along is obviously going along. Did we talk about the opportunity for the help sessions with sock along?
Well, no, we didn't.
Okay,
we can talk about that right now.
Okay, digressing from the trunk show over to Summer Sock Along.
Totally
again, because we forgot to mention this last week.
Yeah.
Sock Along signups are done because we only have Summer Lee is sending us a voucher. We will pass along to everyone who's participating. That's part of the deal for it. And then the help sessions opportunity in June with Shannon. So Shannon is local in Billings. Shannon writes her own. She's written many sock patterns. She's taught socks for us. She's
written sock patterns.
She's written sweater patterns. She knows her stuff. She is teaching or going to be on hand for help sessions for socks, June 11th and 25th. So it would be anyone who's participating in the Summer Lee Summer Sock Along, or I guess even if you're not, we're not going to check on that. But you need to be working on a Summer Lee sock pattern. But come and see if you can stump Shannon if you have questions.
That's what we should have called it. Stump Shannon.
Well, I mean, but it's designed like if you want a little hand holding, if you've maybe knit one sock in your life, or if you've started one, you're kind of like, I need a little help.
Me.
Just Shannon would be your ticket for that. That's what it's designed for. It's not as a how-to necessarily, but it could be a how-to on like, your heel gusset, your picking up your stitches. Also, classes, we all know, are a really nice way to just meet new people face-to-face. Again, community, and so not every place in the world has that opportunity. We do. Thank you all.
Good plug.
Yeah. Okay, back to the trunk show.
Okay, well,
it's like a commercial break.
The folded poncho. That one's kind of easy.
Now this one could come apart though.
Yeah, she has a.
This mannequin can break.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the easy folded poncho. Sue's made one. I've made one.
Many people.
We know many people that have made them. This one is made out of some of our tweed haze, and we do have 2 colors left, and we have exactly the amount that you need.
We actually have more colors left, but we have 2 colors on there, and they're all on sale. We have 2 colors that have enough to make a full-on 1 color poncho with this yarn. Yeah. If you wanted to do a stripy one with this yarn, you could and have it on sale. It's 30% off, so that is a good deal. The other color is like
it's a blush kind of pink.
Oh, it's pretty, very pretty. But the original was knit with in the pattern felted
tweed. So and I used 5 skeins when I made mine. And I did include a cowl, but you don't have to. And some people will actually make a cowl separate and then use that when they're wearing it. So
if you want to.
Yeah, if you want to.
So this is one of those ponchos, like every time I wear mine, I get compliments. It honestly is super boring to knit, but
it's really great social knitting, TV knitting.
It's one of those things, and a lot of things, that are like not super exciting to knit. are probably the most, like, the easiest thing to wear, the most elegant. You know, think Eileen Fisher, whatever, just that thing you throw on over anything and it looks great. So easy to dress up or down.
Yeah, I totally agree. And when I made mine, I remembered I decided I needed to learn how to continental knit. And so I just needed something that was just kind of repetitive on the knitting side and the purl side. And so that's how I ended up with my poncho. Yep.
Yeah, it's really, really lovely. And a great thing to give as a gift, too, if you are thinking about that for somebody. So, again, I don't think we mentioned, but I mean, along the lines of the trunk show, if you are watching this YouTube video and we're talking about this and mention that you've watched it and would like to make something that we talked about, we're giving you 15% off yarn for that.
And if you buy the pattern through the shop, we're happy to give you a little bit of a discount for that too. We can do that.
How would we do that?
We can do it.
You have to ask us.
Yep.
But again, it's like the secret club who's watching the video.
Right.
Okay. Okay, so I guess I'm going to try to put this back so we don't look really weird.
Can you try the blue one?
Okay. This is
the
very
blue
pretty.
one is the better than basic pullover.
Come here.
She won't break.
Come here, lady. All right.
So this one is a DK weight. Better than basic pullover. So the thing about Churchmouse, I think, is they always find a way to teach you something new in each of their patterns. So you're going to find that even in the poncho pattern, they have an interesting
mattress stitch technique.
Well, and they actually have you do a provisional at the beginning,
if you
which
want to.
I don't usually do, but yeah,
if you want to.
But they find a way to make these patterns really useful to you.
They give really nice instruction. I actually like to go always before I was really comfortable, and still, even if I had to do it like right now, I probably would reference my Churchmouse pattern for their description of a provisional cast on with a crochet hook. Because the way they describe it just like clicks with me. I never have to pull up a video for it.
So what pattern was that in? Do you remember? Was it in the Churchmouse pattern? The
I don't
poncho
remember.
one?
I don't remember, honestly. I'm old. Okay. So
All right.
this, again, beautiful, basic, easy to wear, elegant thing, staple in your wardrobe. Yeah. And we have yarns to suggest for it because they've suggested something we don't carry.
Right.
Okay. So our suggestions are
we think
NADK.
Scout is a great option because Scout's a good option for just about everything, honestly.
Scout is a DK.
I love this color.
It's Peruvian wool.
Green. It's really fun.
It's a nice good value yarn, good quality, good value for the yardage. Felted tweed would be lovely.
Yep.
Also, though, I think you could morph it into a worsted weight if you wanted to, because it's written for size 6 and 8 needles. Blue Skies wool stock. I just picked this basic, not boring, but basic gray. Wool stock comes in a nice array of colors, and some of their basic colors, they have these 370 yards.
So it's kind of like 3 or 4 of their
it's a
small
little
ones.
bit better value, so that is nice. I think that this would be yummy for it. This is Illimani's Feli, so a little cashmere and a little merino, and what could be better than that?
Yeah, I want this one.
Yeah, not a huge. This is just a sampling of colors, but again, it's not like a full rainbow. Illimani does not do full rainbows of color, but that is perfectly fine. And then the N Make, which is an alpaca, N Make Erin is alpaca and wool blend, and it would be beautiful.
Yeah, I'm in love with that yarn.
Really pretty colors.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, it's gonna feel a lot like how this one feels right here.
Really nice.
What were we thinking about the possum for?
We were thinking about the gray behind you.
I'm going to take that off because she's actually on a mannequin. So.
Oh, okay. And then the cardigan back here is another really pretty basic. Can you see it? Oh, she's blocking it. Good grief. Okay. Wow. this is really pretty too.
Sorry, I added a little something here.
That's a shop favorite.
Right.
Okay.
So this is the simple tee with sleeves and hip length. This one I don't have on the website, but I will.
Okay.
So this one is actually a DK, but it's knit on a size 4.
So kind of dense.
Yeah.
This could be, the simple tee could be done as a shirty too with short sleeves.
Oh, yes. If you
nice
look
pattern.
on the pattern, you'll see there's lots of variations. So
the thing about this pattern, I think, is that it has bones. It's seamed. It's knit flat and seamed. So that would be, for a lot of people, a nice learning experience too.
Yep.
And for a newer knitter who's wanting to dive into something, again, Churchmouse patterns are really good for that.
Yeah, there's just minimal shaping, and it's going to be
nice.
in the
It'll
neckline.
Be really well written. So this one we thought would be fabulous.
So on a size 4, this would be awesome.
With the merino possum.
Right.
From Circus Tonic. So you'd get the fluff and the warmth, and the simplicity would be accentuated just because this is hand dyed. So there's going to be some tonal stuff going on in that.
And I think that this actually uses maybe about 1,011, maybe 100 yards. 3 of those for this. Yeah.
Okay. So that is a nice option. I think a really nice option.
And this is still going to give you a halo. The possum will give you a halo very similar to this. So
it
is good
gorgeous.
Choice. Yeah.
If you didn't want the halo and didn't want, that, like, again, Scout would be really nice for that in a woolly version. If you wanted to do a t-shirt short sleeved, we have suggestions for you.
I'm going to run and get something. I'll be right back.
Oh, you are? You're going to leave
Some
me?
mohair.
Oh, no! Uh-oh. Oh, mohair, because, the scarf, this beautiful cardigan, I know we get a lot of people coming in saying, I'm just looking for a basic cardigan, a classic cardigan. This would be what we would suggest for that. Worsted weight and just very pretty, really pretty. We found some buttons at Market that will be coming in too, so we're going to expand our button lineup in case we forgot to tell you that last week.
Okay, this is probably, I don't know, I would love to know how many of these we have sent out the door, because this is the Alexander's airplane scarf. And I could think of multiple reasons why it would be called the airplane scarf. So
knit it on an airplane.
Knit it on an airplane.
Wear it on an airplane.
And stash it in your bag on an airplane. It hardly takes up any space.
You've got
it's
a great
super
layer.
Light. It's warm when you're making it. Yeah, it's
another great social knitting project.
In the pictures, I've never done this really, but let's see if I can do it.
Oh, the cowl?
Yeah, you could totally, like, maybe if you made it a lot shorter, I don't know.
Yeah, if you wanted to make it shorter, you could scrunch it up like a cowl, even like this. Yeah.
There.
It works.
Yeah, I mean,
Yum.
It's fun. So,
that is, what, 4 balls of mohair?
Yes,
like
4 balls of mohair.
Up.
Yeah, about,
So a size, 6 needle?
Let's see what they say.
A strand of mohair.
A size 8, actually. 4 balls. And they used this color, Eve Green,
pretty,
which love
one
that
of our
color.
favorites. Yeah. Look at this one.
But, yeah.
Again, social knitting, yes. Take it to the Tea and Red Lodge and work on it and drink tea and enjoy the food without worrying about missing stitches.
Take it to a soccer game and work on it.
Take it to the soccer game.
Yeah.
Take it to a baseball game.
Yeah, we love this yarn. So,
and this is a really nice pattern. This one, again, wonderful gift.
We have 3 samples in the store, I think.
Yeah.
And the thing that makes Churchmouse, they always have that little added extra thing. They have a modification if you want to add beads to it, because I know Connie made one with beads on it.
Really pretty.
And she made a white one, and oh my gosh, it was
stunning.
It was
really
stunning.
Yeah. This again is and a nice way to dive into mohair if you've never worked with mohair. This pattern, you know, you don't have to think, you're just knitting
Right.
around, like,
And it's
knit,
not
knit,
like
knit,
double
knit,
or
knit.
anything.
Nope, it's one strand.
Just on its own. It's a
Um,
good starter.
It's a good,
Yeah.
like, dip your toes into the world of mohair. So
Right.
it is a beautiful
you'll find out
pattern.
you want it.
I
All
wonder, we
time.
should ask them, like, what's their best-selling pattern of all time. I'm sure
I'm sure they would tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to guess it's this one or the Easy Folded Poncho.
Yeah.
In my brain.
I would think so. But anyway, we don't know for sure.
Yeah.
And then this one is another thing you can do with mohair. And this is knit flat.
The Color Play Mohair Scarf.
Okay, so what they've done is marl 2 different colors of mohair on the needle. And so they started, and
I don't think they did.
Yes, they did. Yeah, you can see they did. They started with a dark and a light here.
Huh.
Then they picked the light and the new color here. Then they did
I don't see
this color and this color
okay.
here.
I am seeing that.
So it's very much like the blanket that the Modern Daily Knitting gals did with felted tweed.
Yeah, so I'll
pretty.
get that up there too. I couldn't remember the name of it when it was late at night when I was doing it.
So we've got examples of, you know, mohair. I would probably not do soup. I would keep it tonal, wouldn't you? I mean,
personally, I would like kind of try to create a gradient situation.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you could go into.
I mean, you could. Yeah, those would be really pretty together.
Because, like, I saw this one here. I'm like, but I mean,
these two fun would be really fun together. Just the two, that would be fun.
So if you wanted to just have a nice, easy project for toting around for your social stuff, or again, I never want to discount like a new knitter is
right.
This would, you know, this is not easy for someone who's just learning, but it's a nice way to expand your skills.
Yeah.
So, because every project you're either using new yarn, you're learning new stitches, whatever. You know, if you've never worked with mohair, and you're, you know, this is not going to be easy. If you've if you just learned how to knit, but you want something that we say is simple,
very adventurous.
Yeah, it's totally what your
can do whatever they want.
What your attitude is, and it takes all kinds, and we love that. So, anyway, I think that's it. The trunk show is going to be in the window, and we have a few other things.
Yep.
Items that we're not going to show, but they're here. You can come look. You could try on. You can.
The patterns are easy to find on the website. If you just click under Inspire. There's an Inspire tab, and under that is where we have all of our books and our patterns, and there's actually a little navigation Churchmouse patterns right there. So,
okay,
that's what
I don't know that I would remember that, but
well, it's just going to the website and searching for it. It's pretty easy.
Or you could search Churchmouse on our website and find it that way. So, yay, love it. Anyway, I think that's it. I think we've chewed up some time, and
So you guys have an awesome week.
Yeah.
And we will see you
Happy Memorial Day weekend. We're going to be closed on Monday.
Right.
If you need like a project for your traditional camping trip, come on in.
Come on in, because you can do this one.
You know what my mom told me, I did not know this, that Memorial Day used to be like on the 30th or whatever of May. It was
all the time. Oh,
it was not
over
a long weekend. It was just a day where you remember somebody or people who have passed away.
Had a parade.
Parades, yes, but she said she kind of liked it when it was that and not like morphed into a big long weekend.
Right.
So I thought that was
you kind of miss out, I think, on some of that memorial stuff. I know in Sydney, my dad always marched and carried my grandfather's flag from the military, and then as my dad couldn't, my brother took it over. So, which I'm sure he still does. So
yeah.
Yep,
anyway.
I do remember that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks a lot for watching.
All
and
right.
Have a wonderful Tuesday.
All right. We'll see you later.
Bye.
I'll let you do that.